I first met Mike Watson at a investor meeting. I was part of an investment club, and he came to our club luncheon and gave a little presentation, and I was impressed with what he was doing and thought multifamily would be a great thing to do. I'd already figured out fourplexes were great because I had several, and thought, I'll go see him. Went to see him, and I went home actually, and my wife said, I've looked him up on the internet and he's a crook. And I said, I'm going anyway. I'm going to prove you wrong. And I went to one of his very first events, and I liked him, and we got along well, and showed me how to find properties. I found one, and worked out great. My first deal with Mike was a property that a wholesaler had talked to me about. It had he told me it was a threeplex. It was a duplex and about 5 sheds on a property in Clearfield, and it was zoned multifamily, and I thought, this might be a good one for Mike. So I brought Mike in, and we negotiated a deal on that property, and went through all the due diligence and the entitlement process with the city. Had all kinds of bumps in the road. It seemed like if anything possible could go wrong, it went wrong on that property, but Mike had answers for all of them, and we figured out a way through it, and ended up making some money on it. So it turned out great. We sold it entitled to a builder, and he went ahead and built it, and now it's sitting on that little piece of property in Clearfield. When I drive by, I see it. It's kind of cool. And then I found a few more properties for him, and we partnered on those, and sold those entitled, and that was great. Most recently, I sold a sixplex, and did seller financing on it, and it had a 5-year loan on it, and after a year and a half, the buyer said, I'll give you the cash back, and so I put that money in Richmond Manor, and it's going well right now. So I've just been really happy with the returns. Mike does what he says. We always estimate what the return's going to be before we start, and I've never been disappointed. It's always at least that, maybe more. So I've been happy with Mike, and he's become a really good friend. Right now, I am in 2 deals. One is Richmond Manor. We have monthly Zoom calls with regard to that property, and if ever I have a question, I usually just text Mike, and he's pretty fast responding to my text and setting up a time to talk to me. Sometimes he'll just call me right then and chat about whatever it is that I've got a question about, and I've been into his office with him, spent a couple of days here and there, and all of the guys at Sumaterra are nice and easy to approach, and it's kind of an open book, and I like that.